Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Happy Monday to you all. Thank you everyone for being here for the start of another adventure. Hope everybody is doing fantastic today. And yeah, this time we are going on a Forsaken Warrior. I've never played a Forsaken Warrior before, but I think they have a pretty cool melee attack swing, so I'm looking forward to that. I think we have most of our setup is already done. I've got auto loot on, I've got my key bindings all set up, and we are basically good to go. Mendy, thank you so much for the 20 months of support. That is a very long time, and I very much appreciate it. I think I'm just gonna jump right into things. You guys can tell me what is new and what is good.
I'm listening.
Rude awakening. About time you woke up. We were ready to toss you into the fire with the others, but it looks like you made it. I am Mordo, the caretaker of the crypt of Deathknell, and you are the Lich King's slave no more. Speak with Shadow Priest Sarvis in the chapel at the base of the hill, and he will tell you more of what you must know.
Beware the living.
Let's go fight some stuff and check out like our attack animations. Ah, yeah, that's right. It's the flip. They get to do this really cool like flip attack when they do heroic strike. I wonder if they do that same flip with a two-handed weapon, because we are going to be going arms. We've taken our last couple of warriors down the Fury route, and Fury's okay, but for me arms just feels more gratifying. So we're going to do a two-handed build. We're going to level up all of our weapon skills though. There may be times that we tank, so we'll want to make sure that our one-handers are skilled up, that all of our skills are as good as they can be. Though if we do tank, we'll probably just arms tank, to be honest. Everybody basically arms tanks these days. How's the volume and stuff, guys? It's been a while since I've been live. I don't think I've changed any settings, but you never know. No other race on Azeroth has suffered as much as our people. To laugh in the face of death has become second nature for all of us. Another of the Walking Dead, Must have been quite a shock waking up in the crypt with only the cold and Mordo to greet you. I see the confusion on your face. Let me try to explain our situation to you. We have been freed from the control of the Lich King by our new leader, Lady Sylvanas. The Dark Lady guides us in our war against the hated Scourge and the holdouts of humanity who dog our every step.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Volume is good. Thank you. The Mindless Ones. We Forsaken are at war with the Lich King's army of the Scourge, necromantically raised armies of undead, foul beasts of the north, and tormented specters. The northern part of the village has become overrun with the Mindless Ones, and they must be destroyed. Destroy them, show no mercy, our former brothers and sisters as they might be. The fallen are nothing but the Lich King's slaves. So we need to kill 8 mindless zombies and 8 wretched zombies. John, good morning to you. Towin, thanks for being here. Empathic Nightwalker, it has been a little while. Hasn't been too long though. Thanks for being here today. Patrick, good morning to you, buddy. Welcome to the stream. We picked up a battered buckler. That's 12 armor. It's more armor than what we currently have. Whoops, I do not need these guys yet. Level 3. So obviously we are on hardcore. We are doing self-found. We are doing self-found for this one, which basically just means no trading, no mailbox, no auction house. I think that's it. Yeah, no trading, no mailbox, no auction house. So we will see how that goes. We're going to do mining and blacksmithing because we're probably going to need to make some of our own gear at some point, since we're not going to have access to the auction house. And obviously really early on we want to be hoping for bags. Let's cross our fingers and see if we can manifest some bags. Unexpected live stream? Yeah. I'm on a whole new schedule. Last year my son was school at home, and after doing a year of that, we started looking for other options because it was not the best fit for him or for us. So we put him into a new in-person school that that we really like, and he's having a great time, but it was a big schedule change for me. So I've been trying to see where does streaming fit into my new schedule. And so this week is really my first attempt at being back at streaming and seeing how this fits into my new schedule. Right now for this week, I'm going to try Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week and see if that works for me. See if that feels right. And then I'll kind of go from there. The animation of Heroic Strike is wild. Yeah, they have a really cool, like, front flip. We found that out by getting turned into a Forsaken on one of the quests in the wetlands. I don't recall what character we were playing. But yeah, I kind of love it. It's a little bit crazy, but I like it. Alright, what are we looking for? We need zombies. Mindless zombies. As opposed to wretched zombies. What about these pants we're picking up? 17 armor, leather pants. Yeah, let's go ahead and swap those out. We got a chain belt with 24 armor. We'll put that on. Leather chest piece. It'd be nice just to have a chest piece of any kind, so we'll equip that. And then the gloves. Okay. There we go. That's about as good as it gets right now. Guitar Junkie, welcome to the stream, buddy. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. One of the things I've noticed playing on the Paladin for the last couple weeks is that the population for hardcore is doing pretty good. On Alliance side, at least, I'm always seeing people. Basically everywhere I go, I'm seeing people. Up to, like, you know, we're like in the late level 20s. Obviously in hardcore, like, the population falls off at a certain point because people can't stay alive. But it seems very active. I was kind of surprised at how active it was. It is unfortunate that the Scourge cannot be brought into the fold. Their large numbers would be useful in the battles ahead, but they will not join us, so we have no choice but to destroy them. We will take the Battered Cloak. This is for our trainer. Rattling the rattle cages. You've shown your potential to the Forsaken under normal circumstances. Now let's see how you do under pressure. The rattle cage skeletons, more mindless minions of the Lich King, are a tougher foe than the zombies you have faced thus far. Again, thin their numbers and prove yourself to the Forsaken. Do not tarry. When you are done, speak to me again. Alright, what do you have?
What is it?
The Damned. My duties include tending to our wounded warriors, tailoring armor and clothes, and assisting Shadow Priest Sarvis with whatever else he might need. From the look of it, you'll be enlisted in his service also, hunting the mindless ones if I know his mind. Well, if you'd like to stay in one piece, and I've no doubt you do, perhaps I can help. I'm running out of paws and wings, and if you bring me some, I'll find some armor for you. You'll find a good number of wolves and bats to the south.
Embrace the shadow.
Level 60 must be a rare occurrence in hardcore. Not as much as you would think. Throughout the day, we will see notifications of people hitting level 60. And folks hit level 60 pretty frequently. Like when I recorded yesterday, it was for like an hour and a half, and I think I saw like 5 or 6 people get pinged at level 60. I mean, compared to the number of characters that get started, it's probably a low number. But yeah. We'll see it happen. You'll hear like a little cheer go off, and there will be like a little message.
What would you ask of death? Watch your back.
Let's see, what do we have here? Battle shout. Yep. Let's go ahead and equip the cloak, and let's sell our junk. We don't need the water. Have I hit 60 in hardcore before? No, I have not. The highest we've gotten a character is level 47. And then Sod came out and completely derailed my journey. Which happens sometimes. Alright, let's go over here and see if we can find some bats and wolves. Wouldn't be a bad idea to hit level 3 before taking on the rattle cage skeletons. Pulling Battle Shout out to the bar would also be a pretty good idea. Professions, we're going to do mining and blacksmithing. My thought process being that if it's self-found, there might come a time when we need to make ourselves a bit of gear. If we're having trouble filling a slot, finding things out of dungeons, stuff like that. Bobby, that's a very unique idea that I think would probably be fun for some people. It's a very unique idea. We don't need spiders yet. Let's go back this way. Boots are an upgrade, since we currently didn't have any boots. Bracers, we have cloth, we have more cloth. Let's put one pair of those on. Chest piece is the same. Legs are cloth. Am I going to tank or DPS? Yes. We will likely do both of those things. Yeah, John, I feel like a lot of people right now are kind of feeling, like the feeling is that there's a lot of different WoW to play, but I think a lot of people are just kind of, I don't know if bored is the right word, but maybe it is. I feel like we're kind of like betwixt things right now. I don't really know how MoP is doing, but I feel like we're kind of like just between things, and a lot of people probably feel like even though there's a lot of WoW to play, not everybody is feeling like interested in playing any specific version right now. Yeah, we'll have Legion Remix. I like, you know, I liked the original iteration they had going for Legion Remix before they made all the changes, because it seemed like it was going to be a little bit slower than MoP Remix, and it was going to focus a little bit more on maybe having some scaling difficulty that could make the leveling actually challenging, but then they kind of like took all that away because people didn't like it. And now Legion Remix is going to be basically probably even more like more sped up than Panda Remix, so I don't know if I'm going to like it. I'm going to play it, but I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. In my opinion, like, Retail is a version of the game that you can already level really fast, that you can already kill mobs really fast. And for me, like, speeding up how fast I kill things is not going to make me more engaged, but that's me. For some people, what they like to do is be super overpowered, to run through cleaving mobs in one hit and killing raid bosses in one hit. I don't find that very fun or engaging, so it just might not be a game mode for me, but we'll give it a try and we'll see. The thing I really like about Legion Remix is, like, if you're leveling up in Legion Remix, at any point you decide it's not for you, you can pull your character out and you can just put them into regular Retail. And that is a feature that MoP Remix did not have. You could not take your character out of MoP Remix until the event ended, which was super sad for my Draenei Death Knight. My Redskin Draenei Death Knight that I liked, I just didn't like MoP Remix. Yeah, I heard something about the MoP transfers, like they're going down to one PvE server, like a mega server, and one PvP server. Is it something like that? I read about free transfers to the mega server. Oh, we have to go vendor our inventory, then we have to come back and loot all these guys. But I wasn't sure exactly what was going on with it. I have not been playing MoP a lot. I've been playing a little bit of my Goblin Hunter, and that's about it. It's cool that they're doing mega servers and actually calling them mega servers finally. That's a step in the right direction.
I have exactly what you need. Farewell.
Yeah, the current anniversary classic realms, Justin, those are going to move to TBC sometime this spring of 26. They don't have any like exact date. But if you play a character on the current anniversary classic realms, those are going to go to TBC. Not the hardcore ones. They said they're not going to do official TBC hardcore servers. I am still going to do a hardcore playthrough on a TBC character. But obviously, it's not going to be... It's going to be like an honest man playthrough, because it's not going to be a server type. Wayne, thank you so much for the 12 months of support, an entire year. It's very kind of you. Thank you for being here with us today. We got leather bracers that are better than the cloth bracers. Let's pop those on. The back is the same. Ooh, look at that. 63 armor, flimsy chain vest. That's what we needed. That's awesome. And we're still looking for one more scavenger paw. Hey, there we go. Warlocks were supposed to wear leather and use shields in the original incarnation of WoW. That'd be cool. I don't know. I don't like the shields part, but I have often thought that maybe one of the casters should wear leather. I often thought that the priest should wear leather, and then they could be more like a battle cleric.
You are.
It would be cool if somebody else could use leather. Speaking of leather, I guess we'll grab the belt. You know what's also kind of wild when you think about it? Is like the hunter is the only person who has ever like used a gun or a bow as a main weapon. That there hasn't been another class that has mained the bow or mained the gun. That's another kind of like interesting thing about like WoW character, WoW class design. You'd think there would be like one more class that could use a bow or a gun that wouldn't be a hunter. We'll take the male legs. Lot of possibilities for Classic Plus. Those are interesting. Interesting colors. I guess those are good Forsaken colors. They don't really match the top. And then the belt. The belt's not an upgrade. We have a junk mail belt on that has more armor on it, so we'll leave that. Let's go grab some quests and we'll vendor all this junk. Scavenging Deathknell, you there. If you're looking for something to make yourself useful, then listen up. We need fresh, out-of-the-ground recruits to head into Deathknell and search for any sort of useful equipment. Most likely, they'll be in stacks of boxes. We expect more recruits to be rising soon, and unless we want them to stumble about naked, we had better get to scavenging. We don't want them stumbling about naked. That would cause problems. Nightweb's Hollow. One of our greatest struggles is obtaining the natural resources we need to survive. Gold was scarce, even at the height of the Alliance's power. There is a gold mine to the northwest that has been overrun with spiders. We need gold from that mine, but we can't very well get it while the spiders are crawling around in there. I've not much manpower to commit to the task, so we'll just have to do it little by little. Get up there and see what you can do for us. Alright, let's go after the supplies first. I think some of the most obvious classes for like Classic Plus would be Tinker. A Bard class could be a class that would use a bow. A tinker would be a class that could use a gun. I still want a classic iteration of monk. Something that more resembles the Diablo 3 monk and less resembles like a panda monk. That would be a cool classic plus edition. Maybe even a classic iteration of the Death Knight. Where have I been? It hasn't been 2 weeks since my last video. I've been putting up lots and lots of videos. I just haven't been streaming. I've talked about it a little bit. My son's back in in-person school, so my schedule is very different now. My schedule is very different now, and I've needed time to adjust to the new schedule and to figure out where streaming fits into that new schedule. So I've been working on recorded stuff and focusing on that. Recorded stuff will always be the heart of the channel. And streaming will always be something that I love to do, that if I'm lucky enough, my life will allow me to do it. But the core of the channel has always been and probably will always be the recorded content. So this week I'm trying Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So we'll see how Monday, Wednesday, Friday feels for streaming. And I'll have to take it 1 week at a time and make sure that everything else is going good, because everything else has to be a priority first. There we go, male bracers. There we go. Let's get another vendor in. Guitar Junkie, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. That is very generous of you, my friend. Thanks for that, and thanks for hanging out with us today.
Hello. Trust no one.
Alright, so now we have to go after Samuel. Let's do the night web spiders first. It's a little bit of a lower level. Maybe we'll hit level 5 while we do that one. Ooh, did I train? Oh, I didn't train level 4, did I? Let's go back. I think we get charge.
What is it?
We have charge and Ren waiting for us. That's pretty important.
Our enemy is abound.
Let's do that. Alright, this is our first area with aggressive mobs, so time to start being a little bit more careful than we have been. Especially since we have no way to deal with the poison. Alright, that's it. Let's work our way back out. It doesn't look like we have any respawns to contend with right now. Apparently, I'm already leaving loot on the ground. It's pretty typical of me. Yeah, the flip animation is really fun. I don't know what the males do. I don't know. I don't think they do a flip. I'm not sure what they do. We need one more young spider. But it's not just the heroic strike animation though, because it's classic era. I think it's every animation. It's at least Rend and heroic strike, but I'm sure it will be the same for mortal strike as well. Classic era doesn't have a lot of different animations for melee attacks. One of its very few downfalls. I would like to see a different animation for Rend and a different animation for Heroic Strike. Maybe we'll get some neat stuff like that in Classic Plus. Like stuff that you don't think of right away as being like impactful, but that could be impactful over time to like vary things up visually. Dan, happy Monday to you. Thank you so much for the super chat. That is very kind of you. I hope you're having a great day today. We gotta go after Samuel Phipps. Get his remains. Ooh, he's level 5. At least the other guys don't aggro with him. They could have made this one real nasty and had all these guys be aggressive. For some reason, like in my distant, hazy memories of like 2005, which are probably not accurate at all, in my memories, like these guys were aggressive. That happens to me sometimes. Sometimes I have these vague memories of areas where I thought there used to be aggressive mobs in Classic where there aren't aggressive mobs. I just usually assume it's my faulty memory. This chest piece, we don't need it, but it's probably going to vendor for more than some other stuff. Do I want to drop anything to swap it out? This is like our cheapest thing that we have. We'll drop that and we'll loot the chain. I wonder if killing these other guys has any purpose. Oh, there's a chest back here. Okay. Let's vendor. I bet the chest will still be there. I haven't seen a lot of people this morning in the starting area. And I wonder, what time is it? Server time? Server time, it's 4:37. Maybe we can go vendor and get back in time to loot the chest. And I'd like to kill those other named guys, just to see if they drop anything. Alright, that is level 5.
Speak quickly.
We will take the chest.
Trust no one.
Scarlet Crusade, you'll be happy to know we appear to be making progress in the mine thanks in no small part to your efforts. We can now turn our eyes to another concern. My scouts have reported that a detachment of the Scarlet Crusade is setting up a camp southeast of here. The Scarlet Crusade is a despicable organization that hunts us, and they will not rest until every undead, Lich King Scourge or no, is destroyed. We must strike first. Be careful, their unholy zeal makes them dangerous adversaries. Bring Executor Aaron 12 Scarlet Armbands. Looks like we'll get a weapon upgrade for that one. Alright, I still want to head down here and kill these name guys though. Let's do that first. Uh-oh. I see another player. What's the chances the chest is still there? Not very good. Because nobody here's aggressive, so he probably walked right back here and looted it. Yeah, he did. You know there was probably a blue in that chest. Oh no, it's still here. I just can't see. And apparently neither could that other player. Did I not empty my inventory? He goes back, he turns in the quest, he doesn't empty his inventory. There's nothing great in here anyway. Fortunately. Let's see, let's kill this last name guy. The name guys don't seem to have any particular loot. We can put our upgrade on. we go, level 3 mage. We've got a level 4 rogue, so there are some people out and about. I don't know if the Forsaken are a very popular Horde race. I don't even really know if a lot of people play Horde side in hardcore. I feel like in Classic, no matter what version it is, people mostly play Alliance.
And you
There we go. That looks a lot better. You guys can't see it, so there we go. Now you can see it. Not trying to hide my inventory from you. Alright, now we can head directly to the east. Find ourselves some Scarlet scum to take out. This is a good area to hope for a bag. I think these guys have a pretty good chance to drop bags. We might grind here for a little bit extra time, just to see if we can get some bags to drop. I don't know if pulling that is a good idea so close to the tent. Ideally, I'd like to focus on the guys on the outsides of the camp, but it looks like somebody else already came through here with that exact idea. Because a lot of the guys in the outskirts are dead. Am I in the US? Yes. That is why I sound like an American. Yeah, I play on the EU roams. Classic era, I play on the EU roams. Retail stuff I do on the US roams. We've played Forsaken occasionally, but in my entire life I've never played a Forsaken warrior. So this race class combo is brand new to me. There's probably a handful of race class combos that I've never done. On the Forsaken side, I've done priest, I've done mages, and that's basically it. I don't think I've ever done a Forsaken rogue, and I've never done a warrior. We've done warlocks. Yeah, mainly we've done just casters when we've played Forsaken in the past. One of the great things for hardcore is that we get unending breath. Well, it's not unending, but yeah. We also have cannibalize. I should pull that out. That'll be useful at some point. Normal breath lasts 300% longer than normal. Okay. That's really good. I don't know what a Will of the Forsaken provides. Oh, this provides immunity to charm, fear, and sleep while active. May also be used when already afflicted by charm, sleep. Okay, we need to pull that out. We'll probably use that for sure at some point. So yeah, we got a couple of good racials that could really help us out in hardcore. Unending Breath is the Warlock buff. That's right, that's right. That was not like the greatest thing I could have done. I think we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine because we're a warrior, and warriors are apparently really strong early on. But it was not a great move. We're gonna have to cannibalize right after this. Get our health back up. There we go. We've killed and eaten our first human. We have crossed a dangerous moral threshold. We just have to embrace it at this point. I liked the horrible thing is that it had like sound effects. Like squelching. It had these really quiet like squelching sound effects. Is that racial even in retail WoW anymore? Or like that's probably basically just been removed, right? The hunger always wins, exactly. The hunger for flesh and brains always wins. It's hard to believe they let you eat humanoid bodies in retail. But I hope they do. That's it for the quest. I'm gonna stay here for a little bit and fight these guys. The hope is that we get a bag. I'm gonna fight them until my inventory is full. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here till my inventory is full. That's the plan. And then that way, if we don't find a bag, at least we have a bunch of junk we can sell. For when we inevitably are forced to buy bags. Oh yeah, and the XP, obviously. Yep. It's worth it to grind here for a bit. Maybe not quite that close to the camp, though. Let's back it up. Narcissus is really beautiful, but the way the city's laid out, thumbs down on the layout. After 20 years though, I finally learned how to get to the auction house without asking a guard or asking you guys. So, you know, it only took 20 years to learn where it was at. So the layout's just, it's not great. But the architecture and stuff is awesome. That's the real shame. And it just isn't a very accessible city. It really needs to have a boat that takes you to a place like Stormwind. If it had a couple more travel options, and if it was laid out a little bit differently, it could have been an amazing city. Ruh-roh. I got him again. See, some people think Undercity is a maze, but Undercity is really just it's a circle, you know? It's a circle. It's laid out with like 4 coherent quadrants where like expected things are in the 4 quadrants. I think that Undercity is very orderly. Just because it's a circle that like radiates out, and then it has 4 very distinct quarters which serve 4 very distinct purposes. But a lot of people say that about Undercity, that they don't like it, that they can't find things. Yeah, it's very similar in layout to Ironforge, and Ironforge is very easy to navigate for that same reason. It's a circle that radiates outward with different quarters. You always found it a bit unfair that the Horde had a Zeppelin from Org to Undercity. Yeah, the thing about the Horde side is that they have better travel options. It's a theme that persists throughout the Horde side. Think about Gromgol Base Camp in Stranglethorn. You can get to Gromgol from Undercity or from Orgrimmar. And, you know, vice versa. You can get to either city from Stranglethorn. Then in Stranglethorn on the Horde side, you have 2 flight points, Gromgol and you have Booty Bay, whereas on the Alliance side, you only have Booty Bay. And the only northern flight point you have is all the way up in Darkshire. And then if you think about the placement of all of the leveling dungeons, they're all much easier to get to if you play a Horde side character. So for travel options, Horde wins big time in Classic Era. Now they don't have any pretty races. And that was originally the trade-off, is that you have better travel options, your questing is made smoother by the fact that your travel options are better, but you don't have any pretty races. And that's why Blood Elves are the best race, because then people could play a pretty race, and they could be Horde side. At Badlands, Swamp of Sorrows is another place where the Horde have a flight point and the Alliance do not. Ooh, level 6. Okay, we got one inventory slot left. We have not looted any bags, unfortunately. We do have better shields. Let's put on one of these better shields. 32 armor. Probably gonna fill this last inventory slot up pretty soon. Yeah, there we go. That is a full inventory. Sadly, no bags dropped, but we did hit level 6, which is great, and we should have a bunch of stuff we can vendor. Let's empty the inventory first. I'm sure he's going to want to give us some kind of quest reward. I think we have weapons available for this one.
What is it?
Yeah, let's see. We have a dagger, we have a main-handed sword, and we have a two-handed sword. We are going to take the two-handed sword so we can start leveling up our two-handed sword skill. The Red Messenger. Reports from my superiors in Brill indicate that an agent of the Scarlet Crusade was dispatched from the Scarlet Monastery and sent here to Deathknell. According to the reports, the messenger possesses important information on his person. I do not have further details, but whatever it is, we must have it. You're the most qualified person I have to send. Find that messenger and bring me whatever information you can find. Now we have to go kill the named guy. Again. And probably eat his corpse. Again. Let's put on this two-hander and let's start hitting some lower level stuff. Nice. Very nice. Of course, the bag drops off of a level 1 wolf that I killed strictly so I could skill up my weapon. So awesome. Damien, welcome to the stream, buddy. Thanks for being here today. Oh man, that's so good. So max skill at this level is only 30. We're gonna be maxed pretty quickly. Oh, she has a different animation for two-handed weapons. So the one-handed animation is that flip, but she doesn't do the flip with the two-handed. That's good. It's good, and it makes sense that there are different animations, and I kind of like the two-handed animation. I mean, the one-handed animation is cool because it's like a crazy flip, but this is a pretty cool move as well. Yeah, I like that. That's actually good. Drew, thank you so much for the 17 months of support. That is a lot of time, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us today. There we go, we got the Scarlet documents. I feel kind of bad. Let's just chew on him for old time's sake. We don't need the health, but we might as well just chew on him. Alright, that's good. Let's see what you've got. He begins to rifle through the documents you recovered. Some news of their exploits against us, worthless, scouting reports, new orders, continue to build up a camp near the ruined city. Nothing we didn't know already. Ah, what's this? A map of the dispositions of some of their field commanders and agents. We can use this. We will take the shield. Just in case we level up a different type of one-hander, although I believe the only skills we have right now are one-handed sword and two-handed sword. We're gonna have to purchase the other skills. Vital intelligence. These will need to be taken to my superior, Executor Ziegand, in Brill. With this information, we'll be able to deal a decisive blow to the Scarlet Crusade. Your services here have been useful, but I need someone to deliver this to Ziegand, and I believe he'll be able to find you more appropriate work. Take the road north out of Deathknell. Soon after entering Tearsful proper, you'll hit a crossroads. Am I thinking about giving New World a go? I've tried New World a couple times. It has some cool aspects to it that I enjoy, but overall it's not really a game that I want to sink a lot of time into. Alright, inventory is looking not good. Let's go ahead and just clean it all out and then we'll get out of here. Level 6 means we also have warrior skills to check out. Suppose I should do that too. Okay, we don't need the water. We don't need all of this food. We don't really need... I'll keep the shield for now, but I'll probably just end up vendoring it eventually. I'll probably get a better shield later on. Thunderclap and the ability to parry, okay. I don't know if we'll be using a lot of Thunderclap, but I'll pull it out to the bar regardless. Increases the time between enemy attacks by 10% for 10 seconds and doing 10 damage to them. So, you know, probably not a button I'm gonna hit a lot while soloing. What would I say are my favorite and least favorite classes? You know, it's hard to say, but probably the warrior would be my favorite class. I guess that's not hard to say. The least favorite, like... least favorite? I don't know. Hunter, warlock, druid. Not that I dislike any of those classes necessarily. I just don't level them a lot. I tend to avoid pet classes. I did have a hardcore druid on the US realms that I was digging though. We were a feral druid, so I think druid is a class that, cat druid at least, I'm gonna give that another try. But Hunter and Warlocks, I always tend to bounce off of Hunters and Warlocks, despite my best intentions.
Speak quickly.
Do a favor for a young man who's been fighting more than his fair share of mindless zombies and spiders. I got this here letter that needs to go to Brill, to an innkeeper named Renee or something. Don't really matter none what her last name is. Anyway, it's a nice cozy little place full of victims of the plague trying to make their way in the world. And it would be a great spot for you to rest too if the need arises. Do we need rest, like canonically? Do we need to sleep? I don't know if we do. Any professions planned for this character? Yeah, we're gonna do blacksmithing, mining, fishing, cooking, first aid. We're doing self-found. So I want to have the option of making some crappy greens, because we might need crappy greens at some point. Fields of Grief. What have we here? You look like a fledgling warrior. If you hope to prove yourself to the Dark Lady, you need to learn the ways of the Forsaken. To the west, you'll find a farm. Humans infest the land like mold on a rotting corpse. And worse yet, the Scarlet Crusade patrols nearby from their tower. Teach those scum a lesson and steal 10 of their precious pumpkins. Okay, we're going to come back and do that one. That's level 7. And then we're kind of hoping to run into Mordo, the giant abomination guy. He's out here somewhere and he has a quest that it would be nice to pick up sooner rather than later. Sometimes he's just off the road a ways, but typically you can see him. Oh, there he is. Buddy, I need you to take a little breather. Sir? Okay. Gloomweed, 3 gloomweed. Okay, we can find this all over the place. Potentially. It'd be nice to grab these before we get to town. What level are these guys? Level 6? Level 6 is okay. Level 8. Oh, level 8 is a no-go. Okay, we're gonna chill on this one. We need to collect these a little bit closer to town, or we need to be at a little bit of a higher level. I don't want to be out here fighting level 8s. That's just a great way to get ourselves killed, is what that is. Is this hardcore? Well, the thumbnail says hardcore, the title says hardcore. Yes, this is hardcore. Self-found hardcore. Not even just regular run-of-the-mill hardcore. It's a self-found character. Arguably even more hardcore than usual hardcore. Alright, well, we'll find the rest of our gloomweed eventually. So I wonder what professions we can pick up here. We probably need to go to Undercity to pick up mining and blacksmithing.
What now?
And we're gonna make that a priority.
Trust no
Putrid Task, bring 7 Putrid Claws to Deathguard Dillinger.
one. Our enemy is about. I'm listening.
A new plague. Lady Sylvanas has called upon the Royal Apothecary Society. The Dark Lady believes our knowledge, coupled with the newfound magic, will provide the key to Arthas's demise. She has challenged us to concoct a new plague, a plague deadlier than any ailment on Azeroth. This new disease will bring Arthas's Scourge army to ruin. My studies show that the blood of beast might prove to be the key. Bring to me 5 vials of Darkhound blood.
Patience. Speak quickly. Our time will come.
In a war with the Scarlet Crusade, the documents Executor Aaron provided are just the break we needed in our battle with the wretched Scarlet Crusade. We now know their exact locations throughout Tirisfal Glades, but the Death Guard has larger concerns. The Lich King's army grows in number each night. We need someone with initiative like yourself to drive the Scarlet Crusade to the grave. Prove to me you are capable of serving the Dark Lady by traveling west to the tower past the Saladin farmstead and slay 10 Scarlet Warriors.
Embrace the shadow. What now?
The mass graves southwest of Garen's Haunt to the north were made to accommodate the impressive number of deaths Tirisfal suffered when the plague first came. The bodies in these graves have so far been spared in undeath, but the Scourge now send Rothhide gnolls to gather the corpses and use them to bolster their armies. This cannot be allowed. Your task is twofold: slay the Rothides at the mass grave in Garen's Haunt and gather from them the embalming ichor that gives them a life.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
We have a wanted poster for a Maggot Eye. Trade supplies, we are eventually going to need a fishing rod, we're going to need a blacksmithing hammer, we're going to need a mining pick. Grab all that stuff now. We'll need first aid.
Got all day.
We are blowing through money at a very alarming rate. The good thing is I think that blacksmithing and mining are only 10 copper.
Hello.
So we should be okay to go pick those up in Undercity.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
We'll take the food.
Do not seek death.
We don't have a cook here either. We'll have to train cooking at Undercity as well. So let's go to Undercity really fast and get that stuff done. That way we can start collecting ore, start working on professions. And there is also a quest over here on the road that we could grab. Level 11? We can hold off on a level 11. We'll probably do some stuff in Duratar before we do any level 11 stuff here. Okay. The scariest boss in hardcore is coming up. We need to be very, very vigilant. This requires precision, skill, and a little bit of luck. There we go, we did it. This guy, not so lucky, not so skilled. So he's dead. Because, yeah, the elevator kills people. I have lost one level 23 Forsaken Priest to the elevator. Level 23 or level 20 something. We were getting into the level 20s when we died. Let's head over to the War Quarter. That looks like it's gonna... Oh, let's grab cooking first. And then the War Quarter will have mining and blacksmithing.
I'm listening. Trust no one.
Weapon Master. What other weapons are trainable here? I'm not quite sure.
What is it?
Crossbows. Okay, yeah, I'm not really worried about crossbows.
Hello.
Alright, 10 silver.
Beware.
And then... where is the blacksmith? I was assuming he'd be in a very similar area. Weapon merchant. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Here we go. Journeyman blacksmith.
What is it? Watch your back. Trust no
Anything else we want to do in the Undercity while we're here? I think we're good. No quests to pick up. We don't have any money to... Oh, we can't use the auction house. Not only do we not have money to spend, it's a self-found character. We don't even have to ever think about the auction house again. Rule number 1. Never walk into an elevator whose door is open when you turn the corner. If the door is open when you turn the corner, you wait. Marlena, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you are doing well. Rule number 2, never mount up in the elevator as a Tauren. Yeah, Tauren don't fit. They have some issues fitting through doorways, unfortunately. I think they are the only race that cannot stay mounted and run through that opening. Like, you have to dismount. It's not optional. You will get stuck. You don't want to get stuck. Oh, man, these level 8 guys, we gotta find the lower level guys. There's gotta be like some level 6, level 5 hounds somewhere. Maybe this way. Yeah, let's check to the east. I really don't want to fight a bunch of level 8 stuff at level 6. That is not ideal. This guy's level 6 on this side of the road. So maybe that is where we want to look. I'm not seeing any hounds though. Not seeing any hounds. Here we go. Yeah, level 6. Much better. Let's go visit the fishing trainer while we're out here. I'm gonna kill this guy first. Tauren were originally going to be even bigger. Yeah, I can't imagine them being much bigger. Can you imagine how slow they would feel if they were even bigger? They already feel like they move slow because, you know, every character model has to move at the same speed, and then they're so much bigger than the others that they just feel like they're moving through like molasses. If they were bigger, that effect would be even worse. Do dungeons count as self-found? Yeah, dungeon items count. So we can do dungeons, we can do bosses. The only thing that we exclude with self-found is that we can't use the mailbox, we can't trade, and we can't use the auction house. But we can do our one dungeon a day. Not one dungeon a day, but you know, you can kill each boss once a day on the hardcore servers. So we can still do that. That's certainly part of self-found. Apparently I am spending my last silver to learn fishing. That's what I am doing. And since we've done that, we might as well try to skill this up a little bit since I am now broke. We're catching longjaw mud snappers right off the bat. That's like the second level of fish. We need to catch some of like the first level of fish. Unless we are going to use other stuff to level up our cooking. Oh good, a sickly looking fish. I don't think we can cook that. Oh, you can eat it though. It still restores 30 HP. Well, that's still probably not a good idea to eat it. An old skull. Oh, you fish up lots of interesting stuff as a Forsaken. if we want to consistently fish up some fish, I feel like we're going to have to get to a cleaner source of water. There's a raw brilliant small fish. And we probably won't have a consistently clean source of water until we're doing stuff in Durotar. But I'm going to try to get some skill ups here anyway. We could fish in the Undercity, but the loot would be about the same. Yeah, and in the Undercity we're fishing in like a neon green sludge. This at least looks like water. It's probably infected with the plague, but the Undercity water is certainly plaguified, like no question. I don't know if we can catch living fish in the Undercity now that I think about it. You can't trade in solo self-found? You cannot trade. So it's not, and it's not solo self-found. Keep in mind, the self-found option that you do on the official servers is a little bit different than doing like solo self-found back on Bloodcell Buccaneers or Hydraxian Waterlords. So we can group up. There's no restriction on grouping up in the open world. We just can't trade, use the auction house, or use the mailbox. You can fish in the Undercity. Oh wow, that's gross. This is a little bit more picturesque at least, you know? Fishing in the Undercity just doesn't feel like it would have a good vibe to it. Maybe skinning would be nice. You think I'll need some for blacksmithing? You need leather mostly for weapons, and maybe a little bit for shoes, for like boots. The hope is that we'll be able to fish up some leather, or maybe we'll loot some leather out of chests. That's kind of the hope. We'll just have to make sure that when we come across leather from chests or from fishing, that we store it in the bank for whenever we need it. You get loads of leather from the oily water puddles. Okay. Yeah, we'll be fishing a lot. And anytime we see like a tide pool or some debris, we will certainly be stopping to fish that up. So I think we'll get what we need. Alright, this will be our last cast for a while, then we'll go back to questing. But level 20 fishing is not bad. The trouble is going to be hanging on to these fish until we can cook them. I might have to pop these into the bank at some point. I don't even know where we can buy the raw brilliant small fish recipe. Maybe we can buy it in Undercity. I probably should have looked around. This guy can't sell it to us. Perhaps the general goods person back in Brill can sell it to us. Sometimes they have the recipes. Re-equipping my sword would be a splendid idea. So let's do that. It's at the crossroads. Oh, okay, yeah. But let's go see. I think I remember that now. Did I set my Hearthstone? I did not. I did not set the Hearthstone. But yeah, it's down here by this quest. Let's go check that out really fast. And then back in Brill, there's a recipe for the crispy bat wings. Pretty sure crispy bat wings are on the menu. Oh, maybe it's meaty bat wings. That's the item we need at least. That was just a bad pull. A bad pull at low HP. Just a bad pull. And I don't have any potions or like anything, so we might have been able to fight those guys. I didn't want to risk it. It's too big of a risk. There we go. Okay, fishing supplies.
I have exactly what you need.
Do we have the money for this though? I don't think so. Sickly fish can go. I can probably sell the shield. Yeah, I can get it. We got 5 copper left to our name. Like basically we are broker than broke. Don't forget the track mining. Thank you. I already did. There we go. Let's do a little bit of cooking while we can. The herbalist vendors sell potions sometimes. Yeah, that's a good point. We should probably check and see if there's anybody likely in town, then we'll see if they have any. I don't know if they sell them this early, but we can find out.
I haven't got
These guys are kind of messing me up. Just a little bit. When we hit level 8, we're going to jump over to Durotar and start doing some of the quests over that way. We're not going to do Valley of Trials, but we'll go down to Sen'jin Village and Razor Hill. And we will do as much questing out of there as we can. Uh-oh. Coffee is low, chat. Coffee is low. That means we are going to need to have a coffee break soon. Did I get a new coffee mug? Yes, I did. Yep, I got a different Yeti. This Yeti's like open-close mechanism is a little bit different. And I needed one that didn't have a handle on it so it better fits in the cup holder in the car. The ones with the handle, it's like when my wife and I both try to put our coffee mugs in, if they have handles, they kind of interfere with each other. So we had to go handleless. It's a little bit smaller too. This one only holds 20 ounces. I think the other one held like 26 ounces. So it's a bit smaller, but I've been drinking a lot less coffee. And my cutoff time for coffee during the week is now 12:30. 12:30 is when I have to ingest my last bits of coffee. I have been going to sleep super early and I have been waking up super early. I've been getting up at 5:50 a.m. And I've been asleep by like 9:30, 10 o'clock most nights. It's been absolutely wonderful. I've been getting like so much more sleep and such better sleep.
What is it?
Yeah, the last 2 weeks have... It's been 3 weeks. The last 3 weeks have been basically about like resetting my life. Resetting my schedule, resetting a lot of bad habits, creating some better habits. And yeah, it's been a lot of change in a short period of time, but it's been really, really good. We have a couple of quests that popped up back at the inn, and I still haven't set my Hearthstone. So we need to do that. We got some weak Troll's Blood Potion we're definitely going to use. And then I have a couple more pieces of wolf meat that we can cook up.
I am forsaken.
The Haunted Mills. Devlin Agumon was the younger of two sons in the Agumon family, and in life the two could not be more different. Thurman was tall and gentle, while his younger brother was weak and sharp-tongued. When Agumon Mills fell to the plague, I was not surprised to hear that Devlin was quick to succumb. His mad chattering can still be heard near the road leading to the Agumon Mills. I'm collecting the remains of the Agumons, and I want poor Devlin. Find him, destroy him, and bring me his bones. And deaths in the family. The Agumon family was the most prosperous family in Tirisfal Glades. I used to work their mills before the plague. When the Scourge first came, the Agamans fortified their home and convinced those in their employ to remain and help them defend. We were fools, but at least we were loyal fools. The Agamans, in their pride, doomed us to undeath, and now they are minions of the Scourge. Serve the Forsaken by defeating the Agamans who fell to the plague. Alright, let's set the Hearthstone.
What do you require? Come on.
We got a quest upstairs. We have the gloves, bat pelts,
Hello.
5 dusk bat pelts, and some coarse thread. Alright. And then we wanted to check for potions to see if there was anybody here who sold healing pots. Somebody said there was a vendor behind the inn? Is that right? Well, there's nobody behind the inn. I think across the street there might have been like an alchemist. Let's go check there. Yeah, there's the herbalist. No vendor, no specific, like, alchemy vendor. On the other road behind the inn. Okay, maybe over here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing anybody around the inn who is a vendor. Oh, wait. I spoke too soon. Look at that. Down on the road. They're hiding down here in like the little ravine. Cool, thank you. Unfortunately, they don't have any pots. Yeah, if they had some, it's like a limited supply, so it's possible that they had some and people bought them out. Bummer. Potions off of vendors are kind of a hot commodity in hardcore. Alright, so let's take a look. Lowest level stuff, we need Gloomweed and Putrid Claws. Let's go after these first. And then we'll think about what we're going to do next. See how close that gets us to level 8. I'm still kind of wary about heading too far out this way because we saw like level 8 mobs. This guy's level 7, that's okay. Here's the last Gloomweed. I think we should go turn this one in and take the follow-up, because I feel like the follow-up happens somewhere in this area.
What does the shadow will? The shadows.
Alright, we really need to collect 10 Doomweed. Very different than Gloomweed. Looks like they have that side covered. Let's go check over by the tailoring people. Typically this farm here has a lot of the undead guys. And we have to hope that they start dropping a lot of linen so that we can level up our first aid. More bags would be good too. We also have to hope that somebody else will drop some bags for us. The one bag was great. We could really stand to have a couple more without having to spend a bunch of silver really early on them. The nice thing about doing some grinding right here in this area is that there's a vendor right here. So I might grind here for a minute. Even if we clear the quest quickly, I'll probably stick around for a minute. We're taking enough damage on a fight-by-fight basis that I need other healing options ASAP. Ooh, Scroll of Spirit. Let's pop that right away. Oh, let's also do the Weak Troll's Blood Potion. That would help us out with some extra regen. Could be very nice. Scary Meggie, I don't have any thoughts about that I'm gonna share on the stream. I put a little section in the stream description about like stream behaviors, and obviously at the top of that list is that I don't talk about politics, I don't talk about current events, I don't talk about religion. I just want to create a place where people can come and they don't have to worry about all that stuff, and they can just come hang out and they can enjoy Azeroth. It's kind of like, this is the place where I come to escape. And I think for a lot of people it's the same way. There's plenty of other places on the internet where people would be more than happy to discuss that topic. It just isn't going to happen here. Tyler, thank you so much for that, and thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here and for hanging out with us today. Alright, that is quest complete, but like I said, I think I'm going to hang out here for a minute and grind these guys and see if we can just get a big stockpile of bandages. Would make me feel a lot better. And then the sooner we can get into heavy linen bandage, the better I'll feel. And then nearby, if we want to go out nearby, we still have some dusk bad pelts to collect, but primarily I want to grind these guys for a bit. Warrior on hardcore seems like the best path for bitter disappointment. Ooh. Yeah, we've tasted the disappointment before on the warrior class, absolutely. But warrior is the best class, so... Oh god, here we go. I think we're okay. Level 8 and a level 6. If we could get a thunderclap in, that'd be useful. There we go, I think we're fine. Where have I been for weeks? I've been taking a break from streaming to reorient myself to my new schedule, and I've been putting out some recorded content in the meantime. Oh god, this is gonna be bad. Alright, we have to book it. I don't think we're gonna survive that. I could have killed the one guy, but I don't know if we would have had the HP to run away from the second guy if I'd have stuck around and fought. Okay, we leashed him. I think like on a warrior, it's like about knowing when to run away. Like you have to be really quick about identifying like when should I run, when should I fight, and then like doing that as quickly as you can. Did the paladin die? No, I've moved the paladin over to the recorded series. So I'm gonna keep the paladin on the recorded series, and I'm gonna play this on the streams. So I'm trying to stream this week. I'm gonna do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm gonna see how Monday, Wednesday, and Friday feels. And then if that fits well with my new schedule, I'll stick with that. And if it doesn't fit well with the new schedule, I will try something else. So yeah, that's where we're at. But yeah, I'm not gonna be streaming every day. It's gonna be like I said, it'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Maybe it'll be something else similar to that, but we'll have to see. And in the meantime, when I'm not streaming, recorded stuff will go up, because recorded stuff for me, that'll always be the heart of the channel. What's the easiest class and race in hardcore? I mean, you'll get a different opinion from different people. The reality of it is, this is a game designed to kill you, and nothing is easy. Because you're meant to die. And so playing the game in a way where you can't die is incredibly difficult no matter what you do it on. I think a lot of people would probably say Hunter. Just because you have a pet, and the pet takes a lot of the damage for you, kind of keeps you safe. But I feel like everyone might have like a different opinion on that. Yes, see, people would say heals, so it's a matter of opinion. Some people say Hunter is best because it keeps you safe. Some people would say having a heal spell is best because that can heal you. And, you know, opinions differ. For me, I always feel safest on a paladin or a priest. Paladin or priest always feel safe, but I've gotten plenty of paladins and plenty of priests killed. So, there's also that. The camera is back? I mean, the camera is always there for streams. When I do recorded stuff, there is no cam because it's recorded stuff, and I kind of designed the recorded stuff to be a little bit more immersive and just more about the pure content. I prefer that classic, like, let's play style with no face cam in the recorded content. We haven't found a single node of copper yet. I don't think Tearsfall Glades is really the place to do mining. When we're in Duratar, we'll have a lot more opportunity, I hope. We are full on inventory. Let's slide over to the cloth vendor guy and we'll sell to him. In the meantime, we'll keep killing these zombies for linen. They drop a little bit of linen, but they're not really dropping a lot. There you go. The easiest class, the safest class is the one that you know best. Yeah. That's probably true in a lot of cases. I think you have to take your familiarity and skill into account. What's the hardest class? Same thing. You got to take your familiarity and your skill level into account. So the hardest class is going to be the class that you don't know well. If we're assuming an equal level of skill across all classes, which is really never the case, but if we were assuming an equal level of skill, then I think everyone's opinion would still be different. The meaty bat wings I can get a recipe for, so I want to save those. What do we need? We need a couple more duskbat pelts. Maybe we should see if we can find these. Oh, I do need coffee. I think this is probably a safe place. You guys think this little house is safe? Like, what could kill me in this house? If I go AFK in here for coffee, very little chance anything kills me. I would think. What do you guys think? We're good here. I think we're safe here. I'm gonna take 5 minutes and I'm gonna go get some coffee. I will be back. Alright, we are back. Thank you guys for hanging out. Brave leaving a hardcore tune unattended? Yeah, that's true. Nothing could really happen to us in here though, you know what I mean? Like, there's not really anything that could happen. I guess somebody could drag a mob in there, and maybe if they tried really hard, maybe they would be able to, like, get the aggro onto us. I think it'd be pretty tough to get us killed. But maybe given time it could happen. Am I still doing M+ on retail? I haven't in a couple weeks. I think I still will. I think that'll probably be recorded content though, whenever I get around to it. I don't know if I'll bother streaming it. That way I can do a bunch of runs and I can kind of edit it together. I can cut out the waiting bits, I can cut out the standing around. And so I think when I go back to it, I'll probably just record a bunch of runs and put them up that way. I don't know. Haven't really felt like playing much else besides Classic the last couple weeks. And then we have Legion Remix coming, so I think a lot of people that are playing retail, they'll probably go off to play Legion Remix anyway. Don't really know what that will do to the mythic scene. Yeah, I hate having to find a group for mythics. If they added mythic zeros to like the auto queue, like you can queue up for heroics, if they did mythic zeros the same way, I would probably do a lot more mythics. I feel like they should do the low keys the same way. You should be able to queue up for like the lower keys. I hate having to apply for groups or wait to put a group together. It's just a big waste of time. I like to pop myself in a queue and then go do other stuff and just wait for the queue to get me, you know. Season 2 is pretty difficult. Yeah, it seemed pretty challenging, but I'm still basically a noob at all those dungeons, so. Oh Jesus, here we go. We just, you know what, maybe going to Durotar has to happen sooner than later. I always have a lot of trouble in Tirisfal Glades finding enemies that are the appropriate level because I don't know the zone layout very well. But we're definitely just running into enemies that are too high of a level for me to take on 2 of them at a time. I need to find the low level bats, but no luck so far. They did some nerfs recently to the mythics. Yeah, they always do eventually. And typically Season 3 people can get pretty overpowered, and I feel like Season 3 mythics will probably be easier for people to get into. I don't know if I'll bother with it, we'll see. Maybe. Well, we had a little bit of a power outage here, which was shit. We just had a power flicker for no reason. It's just like not even a brownout, and there's no inclement weather at all. Just a fucking random flicker of the power, which never happens to me. We never have power issues. It's been years since we had like a power issue. It's for real. This is fucking awesome. It's a good sign. It says this is what you were meant to do today, obviously. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Now, it's because we were fighting 2 mobs. If I was fighting 1 mob, we would have been fine. We would have auto-attacked that mob even though I was crashed out, and we would have killed it and we would have been okay. But because we were fighting 2 mobs, I probably killed the first mob and then I probably stood there and got attacked by the second mob. So, yeah. Fun times. Fun times. Boop. Well, it's better for it to happen early.
Bound to the iron will of the...
What is it?
That's the first time I've ever lost a character due to a power issue. I guess there really is a first time for everything. I lost a mage because of a little bit of lag. Yeah, it was server side lag. I don't know if the server went down because what happened with the mage was that I lost connection, but by the time I logged back in, the mage was already dead. So I don't know what that was. David, thank you so much for the $20 super to resilience and going again. And I do have a UPS. Yeah, it didn't matter because either way the internet went out. So I guess, like, yeah, I don't have my router plugged into the UPS. That's true. Yeah, I have my computer and stuff all plugged into the UPS to prevent like power surges from frying all my equipment. But the router's in a different spot on a different strip behind me. So maybe if I would have had that connected to my UPS, it might have been okay. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's never been a problem before. And the times that the power has gone out in years past, because again, we haven't had power issues in a couple years. It's usually been during like high wind, stormy times you would expect the power to have problems. There's no reason today why we should have had a power issue. So, it's just kind of weird and random, you know? But again, luckily we hadn't gotten very far yet. I'm being a wonderful sport about it? Yeah, I mean, there's unfortunately, like, what else can I do, you know? What else can I do? Sometimes this stuff just happens. There's really nothing to do about it. You just gotta roll with the punches. Dave, welcome to the stream, buddy. Thanks for being here today. Let's hope for more bags. Maybe this run we'll just get a string of really good luck and we'll just get a bunch of bags to drop for us. That'd be a good consolation prize for losing 2 hours. Just a bunch of bags. A variety of colors would be good. I like to, you know, have a variety of colors to accessorize. Let's equip some of this junk.
What do you require?
That better be good. Victory was upon us. Our time will come. I am forsaken. Embrace the shadow. Beware the living.
Sometimes there's a chest in one of the houses. Sure. I believe that. Like just one of these houses? Yeah, that's probably true. I've never seen it, but it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. There's enemies here, so it's kind of likely. Let's check upstairs. Oh, look at that, look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Dante, thank you so much for the membership. Thanks for being here and hanging out with us today. Let's clear this room and then we will loot the chest. There we go. 17 coppers is nothing to scoff at this level. Yeah, it's random. It's so crazy. It's okay. The way I think about it is, what are the odds of that exact thing happening again? What are the odds? The odds can't be very good. That's the hope, at least. Like I said, typically if you have a power issue, especially for us, like we usually expect it. Like if the storms are really bad, if the wind is really bad, then I kind of know that I gotta be more careful. But that just happened, and it only happened for a split second. It happened just long enough to take down my internet. It was like everything flickered off and flickered right back on. Oh my god, my camera is totally messed up. I am in the wrong screen. Thanks. Yeah, my camera got totally... I just clicked the wrong loadout and didn't notice. Mendy, thank you. I just wasn't looking at OBS at all. Yeah, this one right here was like an old Wrath of the Lich King scene I'd set up. There we go. And now we're back to normal. Oh god, that was atrocious. Sorry. Surprised you guys didn't yell at me sooner for that. That looked horrible. Yeah, I just panic clicked the wrong scene when I was trying to get the stream back up, I think. Yeah, I kind of wish there was a way to move the tooltip. There probably is an add-on that can handle it. Very nice. That's one bag. Okay. All right, let's keep it going. We need a couple more bags to drop. Maybe a red one, a blue one. I'll take anything, but those would be my preferred colors.
What is it? Goodbye.
Speak quickly. Dark Lady, watch over you.
We have level 4 stuff to train. Let's also empty the bags.
What would you ask of men? Speak quickly. Watch your back. What now? Farewell. This had better.
Okay, a small blue pouch. It's coming true, guys. It's coming true. Yes, we died. Yes, we had to re-roll, but we already have 2 bags. A very good sign. Now we need like 2 more bags, and we'll be in really good shape. Now we just have to get our red bag, and then maybe a black bag just to round things out. I know there's supposed to be bad luck, but how much worse luck could I have than my power going out at like level 6? That was pretty bad luck already. I don't think it can get much worse than that. The Sad Dog, good morning, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here today.
What is it? Our time will come.
I haven't got all day.
What do you require? Farewell.
Did I get the two-handed weapon from a quest? We got it from a quest, so we should be getting that one again pretty soon. Might have been for one of the Scarlet quests.
Speak quickly. Remember, patience, discipline. This had better be good. Beware, our enemy is about.
The next bag will drop from the Scarlet guys? I hope so. We've actually had more bags dropping from random animals. You'd think the likelihood of bags from humanoids would be higher. But sometimes I feel like in the starting zones, the chance off the animals is higher. Maybe it just works out that way and that's confirmation bias. I'd be happy if we got at least one more bag. If we got at least one more bag, then maybe the enforced reroll will be worth it. As someone with a fair bit of retail WoW experience who feels really overwhelmed, would I recommend Classic Anniversary? Yeah, absolutely. There's really not a lot to get overwhelmed about in Classic, and it's a really long journey, so you have more than enough time to learn your class. There aren't as many, like, systems involved in the game. The game is easy to learn, difficult to master, but definitely easy just to pick up and play.
What is it?
Here we go. Here is the two-handed sword. Let's get that equipped.
I have exactly what you need. Trust no one.
There is level 6. Let's get this sword skilled up a little bit before we go fight the Scarlet guy. Looks like the named guy is dead right now. He should respawn. Oh, there he is. I was gonna say he should respawn any second. And there he is. Actually, yeah, the Hearthstone here is not a great idea. The Hearthstone, I mean, it spawns us all the way back in the Deathknell. It's almost the same run to get out of the catacombs as it is from where we're at, so no reason to Hearthstone.
What now? Trust no one.
And there we go. We are on our way to Brill once again. Level 6 skills, good point. We did not train level 6. What do we get at level 6? Oh yeah, parry and thunderclap. Right. Yeah, being able to parry would be good. We'll grab them once we get to Brill.
What would you ask of Dane? Speak quickly. Embrace the shadow. What is it? This had better be good. Trust no one.
What now? Goodbye.
What do you require?
I haven't got all day. I am forsaken.
This time let's set our Hearthstone here, and then we need to find our trainer. Here he is.
What now?
There we go. Thunderclap, parry.
Our time will come.
We gotta learn first aid.
What is it? Trust no one.
And you are. Do not seek death. Dark Lady, watch over you.
Speak quickly.
Hello. Embrace the shadow.
It looks like they cleaned the dead bodies out of the elevator for us. Oh, wait. Nope, I was wrong. They cleaned up the orc. Looks like somebody else has joined him since then.
I'm listening. Do not seek death.
What do you require? Beware. I'm listening. Victory for Sylvanas.
I didn't put Thunderclap on my bar. True, true. I really don't want to fight more than one guy at a time, so with any luck I won't have to use Thunderclap. I typically only use it if I'm fighting two guys, to slow down their attack speed so we take a little bit less damage. So yeah, my plan from here on out is to only try to fight one guy at a time. And to position us somewhere where it's like relatively safe. That way, if we have any other weird power outages or disconnects, I can like auto attack the guy down, come back in, and hopefully still be alive. Because I'm assuming like dying to a power outage will probably only happen once per character. But we'll see. Alright, we are not quite caught up to where we were, but I feel like this is a good start, a good restart. We have 2 bags. We're going to keep hoping for more bags. But I am running out of time for today, guys, and I feel like this is a really good spot to leave it. I am going to be streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday going forward. So I would love for you guys to join me on Wednesday so we can continue our self-found hardcore adventure. And if you enjoyed hanging out today, leaving a like on the VOD really helps me out immensely, and I appreciate those that do. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your afternoon or evening time. And as always, take care of yourselves out in the real world and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.